Welcome back to Milton Daily Homes, and today is a big day in two ways. And the first way is we've got 19 listings. The second way is I am actually giving birth to my second, well, I'm not giving birth. Our family is giving birth to our second daughter. My wife's having her C-section a little bit later on today, so we're very, very excited about that. It's going to be tremendous. I remember our first daughter and the euphoria that came from that, and it's going to be unbelievable. Can't even put into words what it's going to be like. So anyhow, let's get to today's list, and then I got to run. 620 Ferguson, number 105 is the first one. 282.5 is the price, and it's a wildflower. And I think the wildflower, if I remember correctly, a little bit smaller, so it's not one of the bigger units in the area. But you know, 282, there was a couple sales that were around the 285 for the bigger models, but they were a couple months ago, so these guys might find they do well. It's about a $46 fee per month just for a snow removal, garbage, that kind of stuff. So just keep that in mind when you're doing your budgets. That translates to probably about $10,000 in mortgage amount if you were to amortize that over 25 or 30 years. Speaking of which, mortgage rates are fantastic right now. There's a lot of people that are real excited about, I think for the first time ever, fixed rates actually having a chance of being under 3% for a 5 years. So you might find that you can buy more home, or you can actually buy the same home for cheaper, both of which benefit you as a buyer. So I think this is going to be a really good couple months coming up. And $13.79 cost again. Number 411 is the next one. $287.5, and it's a 2-bedroom, 1-washroom. And you've got the usual 9-foot ceilings, nice granite countertops in here. This is really a fan favorite around our office. We really think this is a great building. When I say our office, I mean our team. I know that Jennifer, our partner, has actually put a lot of people into to this building, and they're very, very happy. So that's the deal with that one. 4th floor. Very nice. Good condo fees, $234 a month. Woodley Crescent is at $297.9, and it's one of the smaller cherry wood models. And so you've got your living dining, and you've got your master upstairs, deck there too. There's your dining right there. It opens up to a breakfast bar in the kitchen, 2-car parking in the driveway, and a pretty good view off the side there. So, you know, overall, I think this one is, if someone's willing to pay for the view, they might do okay. Usually these ones float a little closer to the 290 mark, but they're in the right range. I mean, you know, there's not a lot for sale under 300. McDowell is at 314.9, and so this is the larger model. It's a Spring Valley, I think, and it's also called a Woodbine, about 1,350 square feet, just a touch over that. It looks nice in the kitchen. And so what they've done is they've actually done the 3-bedroom sort of wall plan, but that's another bed there. I can't figure out, but they did something here to expand to a walk-in closet. So usually in the front, that's one room right there, and then there's another room on the other side. Not really sure how they split this one up. I mean, the pictures certainly look interesting. It's probably a one-of-a-kind kind of setup. Laminate floors all on the second level, California shutters. Looks like a good one. And it's priced very well. You know, there's another one, same model as that one, that just went under an offer after a couple days at $315. So they're in good shape. 1009 Kennedy, 334.9. And basically you're fronting onto the Metro Plaza. And it's kind of cool because you can walk there, and you can walk to Starbucks and Chinese food. There's a Shoppers that's open till midnight if you need some cold medicine. And good-looking floors, open concept layouts. And yeah, it's okay. It's about 1,200 square feet. I mean, it's not blowing my mind on the price, but they're probably going to do just fine. Bronte is a really neat old home. We're talking about a wood exterior on this one, and I'm not sure if that's a metal roof or what that is. Inside, tons of charm, oozes charm, nice high ceilings here. They've done a great job with the window coverings to really enhance the size of the ceiling. It's on a 58 by 125 foot lot. Great light fixture in here, and you got that little Bud Light thing in the corner, which I think is a neat little touch on a very designer look. Kind of bringing it down to the grassroots. Okay, so a couple bedrooms upstairs, and I think there's probably one bedroom on the main floor. But that 58 by 125 foot lot, I mean, you are in a spot on Bronte that could see some changes. So it might be a good little place to invest in. So Willett Terrace is at 364 $875. It's an Emery. It's 1,370 square feet. And so you come in the front door, upstairs, downstairs. Then you've got this open concept family kitchen plus dining. And it's got hardwood floors, backsplash, fireplace. Typically, these guys kind of sell around the 340 to 350 range. So I think they'll have a bit of a tricky time up in the 364 because you look, here's a bigger semi, 1,500 square feet here, 364.9 for a full-on semi. I don't know. I think that there's limits. I think that there's certainly opportunities to price a little bit higher in a very active price range, but I don't know if they're going to compete well with stuff like this on Fitzgerald. Got hardwood floor on both levels. We don't have any pictures, so it's really tough to determine, but it looks like a very, very solid price. Bonan's 374.9. It's a townhouse, and it's a pretty big townhome. I think these ones are getting close to 2,000 square feet, and it looks almost like kind of a hand-scraped look on the hardwood floors. There's your kitchen, great looking kitchen, and it says 120-foot lot, which sounds very appealing until you realize the reason why it's 120 feet is because there's a train track right behind you, and it's got kind of a sloping berm. So your actual usable space in the backyard, you probably lose about 25 feet just from that hill there, although it can be fun for the kiddies to toboggan on that hill. And Farmstead's next one, 379. A unit in this complex recently just sold in the sort of low 350s. And so, but it backed onto the retirement home, sort of big ominous building, whereas this one has green space behind. It's kind of a communal park area for the complex. There you see a good look at it there. So 379. I mean, would you trade 25,000 to, switch your view from basically like a big building to green space? That's, I guess, the big question on this one. The ones that usually back onto the park, there was a couple that sold last year, none quite at that pricing level, but you never know. I mean, price appreciation, low interest rates, they can do it. The award for the worst photos of 2012 so far would go to Lederman, and so it's one of the smaller detached homes, double car garage, and you basically have your kitchen, and then there's one main room. Your front door comes in here, and so there's not a lot of furniture. I don't really see any couches or anything in there. White appliances, pretty plain, It's not really that. There's a lot of these that sold in 2011, none of which sort of hit up into this mark. And they'll have a bit of a tricky time. It says 11 washrooms. That's not true. I don't know how they came up with that. And think about it, fence, air conditioning, window covers, you can put all that stuff in. So when you're comparing apples to apples, certainly consider that. I look at one like this on Higginbotham, 2,300 square feet, and on the best street name in Milton, in my opinion. And 509,786, they had it up at 515. I'm surprised it's not sold. I was surprised it didn't sell at 550. I think it's a great floor plan, and they've put some very smart upgrades in, 9-foot ceilings, pot lights. You've got dark kitchen cabinets and granite counters with the undermount sink. Just nice, like you've got a main floor office, you've got a loft up. This is the second floor actually, and then that's how you get to your bedrooms. It's a wonderful listing. I think they deserve to sell it. Some listings, great listings, they just tend to, go a couple months and just not sell. And this is one of those ones. I'm hoping that the price range, a little bit of a reduction, is really going to make it happen. Commercial came out at the end of last week, and you're on an 87 by 115 foot lot. 538 is the price, and it's a nice floor plan. The kitchen has a lot of cupboards, and you've got this extra sunroom, and it has its own heat source. And then you also have a really fantastic backyard, and you're backing onto the creek there. There's a lot of green space behind. There's an in-ground pool in this one. Lovely, lovely stuff. And they've actually, it looks like structurally they've taken good care of it. Potts Terrace is at 579, and so it's a Glenwood model. It's 2,572 square feet. And, iron pickets here. They've done some nice upgrades. I like the look of this home. I don't know if the price really excites me very much. I mean, you think about it, the old version of this is called a Newgate. There's one listed on Lancaster further east, and it's at 535 with a finished basement. It's actually a good looking home. So at 579, do they have legs? I don't know. I think they're going to have a tricky time though. Got the same model here on Cousins, and Potts and Cousins are two really wonderful streets. Yeah, in here you've got a nice front entrance. They filled in the top part, it looks like, and you've got a family room here. You've got a little nook that they put a nice little kind of, cabinet in there. You've got California shutters. It's a nice looking listing. You've got a cabinet depth fridge. Again, tricky times on this one, but move-in ready always commands a premium. This one on Yates is wonderful too. I saw this one just before Christmas, $624,900, and you're just over 3,000 square feet, 3053. It's called a Vanderwood, and very stunning when you come inside. I mean, the wainscoting, the trim, the design, everything just comes together well. The floors are a beautiful color, and yeah, it looks great, and the kitchen's well upgraded. It's a good solid home, and it's on Yates, a little bit busier. There's a very close walk to a couple parks, and you've got that nice stone and stucco look there. So yeah, this one gets thumbs up. I mean, they reduced the price on it, and it's starting to look like a pretty good deal. Savaline is at $649,900, and you're a 40 by 100 foot lot. Getting that extra 100 feet makes a difference. That previous one is 46 by 80, and so there you go, hardwood floors. I don't know about this backsplash, and it could just be the way the light hits it. To me, it looks like medieval chainmail or something like that. Maybe it just needs to be seen in person. Sometimes photos can be deceiving. That's a nice window there, by the way. I think that's a good look. And you've got laundry upstairs. Got to close those toilets up, and there's another look at the kitchen. $649 to me. I mean, it doesn't say how big this one is. A little tough to gauge. Based on the room measurements, I don't think it's much bigger than maybe 2,400 square feet, but don't quote me on that. And Serafini's the next one, 668, 3,100 square feet. And so we've got hardwood floors here, nice moldings, just a good looking home. Front to back, you've got the, again, the stucco on the outside, the stone. 3,100 without a premium lot though, without backing on a green space or anything like that. It's tough to get up into the 660s these days. You got to really have some goods. And it used to be, this home 2 years ago probably would have gone close to this, but the upper price ranges have really changed in Milton. Now Quinlan Court's at $740, and so we've got it's a Sherwood 6A, I think is the model, 3010 square feet, 5 bedrooms on this one. You've got a main floor den for an office, plus a living dining, plus the family room in the kitchen. Very nicely upgraded here. And I think what they're sort of banking on is money for that, right? So you have green space behind. Value-wise, you're kind of looking at 20, 30,000, maybe 40 tops, and they also have some space in the basement that's finished too, and all that stuff together. We sold the same model, back in probably the fall or so, and Princess Margaret model home, very nice looking home, and we had to really fight for a 620. So these guys will definitely have their arms full. It's over 7 in Milton. It can be a real challenge. So anyhow, that's the list for today. And wish me luck today. Wish my wife luck. And we're basically back to work probably within 48 hours. Just continuing on. So if you don't get a video tomorrow, you know why. And have yourself a great day, and we'll see you sometime soon. Okay, take care. Bye.